Learner diversity, resilience. A term, educational term, at risk. When you hear that term, that means there are some things that put a child in danger or at risk of failing. Educational term. Resilience now is a characteristic, a learner characteristic, that despite adverse conditions, that a child can succeed both in school and in later life. They can spring back from adverse conditions. And we want to promote resilience because people, children, have things that happen, right? Things that promote resilience is emphasizing learning and having high and uncompromising standards. Now, we don't want our children simply to show up and be passive learners. We want to have high standards. But this is different from simply challenging students and making school hard. We want to have high standards but find things that are within the zone of proximal development, meaning finding where they are and getting a little ahead of where they are. Now, one of the difficult things is that students are at all different places. We'll address that a little bit later. Strong personal bond between teachers and students. Teaching is a very human endeavor. You cannot be a dispassionate, objective observer when you are a teacher. Personal relationships. It starts with a personal relationship. Unless and until you establish a personal relationship in your school, you are a dancing monkey or you're simply manipulating your students. Rogers talks about unconditional positive regard for all students. You regard them unconditionally. That relationship. Promoting resilience, having a order and high structure. Students do not like chaos. They like to know what to expect. They want to know that rules are enforced fair and consistently. So order, high structure, they know what to expect. After school activities, participating in these, a chance for students to succeed in some things and a chance for them to interact with adults and other children outside a school context. Things you can do in your classroom to enhance resiliency. We looked at things that a school can do. Here are some things that you can do specifically. Order and routines. Create and maintain an orderly learning environment with predictable classrooms. Students like to know what to expect. Expectations and feedback, right? You combine high expectations with giving frequent feedback about learners' performance and progress. They like to know as well, knowing exactly what the expectations are. Differentiation. We talked about that. Differentiating the curriculum to meet the needs of each student. And this is what makes teaching difficult, interesting, and intriguing all at the same time. We have 25 students in a class. We probably have 25 levels of ability and achievement as well as interests and learning style. Learning how to differentiate the curriculum to get all students actively engaged and to promote high levels of success. We will be talking about differentiating the curriculum and multi-level strategies at another time. Understanding students' background, knowing where they are coming from, having some background knowledge, as well as using high-quality examples that tie new concepts to students' background. Here I'm introducing this concept, but I'm connecting it to your experience and your life to make it more apt that you will learn the material. And teaching learner strategies and self-regulation. We cannot assume anything. We must teach children how to learn. This is how you take notes. This is how you read a textbook. This is how you monitor your own thoughts and behaviors. Am I understanding? Am I reacting correctly? This has just been a short video on resilience.